Okay, so you just finished a mini science experiment in your kitchen, meaning you just molded your kid with their first mouth guard. And now you want to know, did you do the science experiment correctly? Is this mouth guard going to work? How are you supposed to figure that out? And I'm going to tell you, do not make it harder than it is. As long as you follow the package directions, it's probably going to work. Stick with me, and over the next few minutes, I'm going to give you the 411 on how you can tell if your kid's mouth guard is fitting them correctly. And when people start thinking about mouth guards, a lot of times they start thinking about concussion and head injuries. And I did a really simple, fun video on some tips you can do for that. So if you want access to that video, if you missed it, drop me a line in the comments and I will drop that video right into your messenger. And it's just a thank you for taking the time to hang out and learn with me. So I appreciate you guys doing that. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Micaiah Corley. I've been a certified athletic trainer for 16 years, working with elite college level athletes. And now as the CEO and founder of Blue Jay Synergies, I am providing parents and coaches with the information and the tools that they need to properly prepare their athletes so that they can be safe and successful in sports. And so whether your kid wants to be a professional athlete or just enjoys playing recreational sports, every time that you hang out with me and you listen to me, I will be giving you fun and simple tips that you can start implementing right away to build healthy habits and reduce your athlete's risk of injury. So again, you just finished your science experiment, and I'm going to give you the 411 on how to know if that mouth guard is fitting correctly. So the very first tip that I'm going to give you is don't bite it or clench it, meaning once it's in your kid's mouth, they should not have to bite or clench their teeth in order to hold the mouth guard in place. It should be able to stay in place on its own. They should be able to talk to you. They should be able to sip on water, and it shouldn't move around or cause any problems. The reason this is important is because we don't want the athletes to be messing with it while they're playing. It's going to cause a distraction. If they're distracted, they're not focused on what they're doing, and they're increasing the risk of injury as opposed to reducing the risk of injury, which is why we gave them the mouth guard in the first place. The second thing is the purpose of the mouth guard is to protect the teeth, but it's also to protect the gums and the roots of the teeth. So you want your mouth guard to fit just over the gum line where the teeth and the gums come together. And that is so that you can shield against like lacerations and cuts on the gums. And also so that you can protect where the roots come into the gums, and protect against any jarring where the tooth is coming loose, because that can cause the tooth to die, can cause the need of root canals and things like that. So having that properly fitting mouth guard is really important. And then the second thing is you don't want it to be too big, right? Or the third tip is you don't want it to be too big. You want the mouth guard to come back. You want it to fully cover the first set of molars, and you want it to half cover the second set of molars. That will make sure that it's protecting all of the teeth because it's still covering that back set of molars, but it's not going so far back that it's causing your athlete to gag on the mouth guard, okay? So that's the length of the mouth guard. The width of the mouth guard is, like I said, you want it to go just over the tooth line onto the gums, but you don't want it to touch the hard palate, which is the roof of the mouth just behind the teeth. You don't want it to touch that. And you don't want it to touch your superior labral frenulum, which is the band that connects the upper lip to your gums. So that notch in the top of the front of the mouth guard, that notch is there to be centered and give space to the frenulum. Okay, so you want to make sure that there's space there. At the end of the day, if your kid's mouth guard is uncomfortable, they're messing with it, it's causing problems, it's not fitted correctly. If it's comfortable and it's staying in place, it's fitted correctly. You don't have to run out and buy a new one. You could probably just go back through the package directions, reheat it, remold it. If you're having a ton of issues, you could bring the mouth guard into your dentist and they'll help you mold it. They're very good at that. And there's a ton of YouTube videos out there. So I hope that this helped. Thank you so much for taking the time out to hang out with me and listen and learn from me today. If you want access to that concussion video, drop me a line in the comments and I'll drop it into your messenger. And just remember, together we can keep your athletes safe and we can prepare them for success.